Hey guys, welcome back. I feel scattered. I'm not gonna lie. Yesterday was a day. It was just one of those days, which is why I'm coming on here, and it ties in with a lot of things that are going on with the world. It was a huge setback on my homestead and my prepping, and it's one of those things that can happen, tragic type of things. Yesterday morning, I got up early, same routine. I can be a creature of routine myself. Make my coffee, same thing that I always do. I go look out my big kitchen windows, look at my backyard and field, and I thought, as I always do every morning, checking all my critters, and before I go out and start, feeding up and everything for the morning. And I thought, where are my birds? I don't see a single one of my birds. And I thought, this immediately I just had that wave of panic. Oh my gosh. So here I am in my pajamas, grab my tennis shoes, I run outside, and the closer I got to the coop, I thought, oh my God, there is a dead turkey in the corner. My beloved turkeys. These are not my meat birds. These are my babies. I love my birds. I have had birds since I could walk, probably. I love my birds, and these are my egg birds, and my two sweet turkeys that I adore. But that's all I saw. I saw one dead turkey, mutilated in the back corner of the cage coop area, large area. I didn't see anything else. I didn't see, the cage was not tore up, the coop was not tore up. I didn't see anything else. And I'm surrounded by woods, lots of pine straw in this one area, and I rotate my birds in coop caged areas. I rotate them every so often. I do that, and they had not been over in this new area 4 days, maybe 4 or 5 days max. And I got out there and I thought, I don't see any disturbance. Nothing looks like it's gotten in or out. The dead turkey, and there was feathers, but no other carcasses. Now I had 2 turkeys and 5 golden comet hens in there. Those are my egg birds, and I didn't see them. But I saw like I said, no way anything got in or out. And I was frantic, and I thought something got in here somehow and killed that turkey. Hopefully, somehow the rest escaped from the chaos and the fear. And I'm surrounded by woods. And so here I go off where the family were going. I am taken to the woods. I am calling my babies. I am calling my birds. They come when they're called. They are very tame and loving. And I am frantically looking, thinking, please let some of them have got away out of fear and took off. Probably an hour and a half. We all went different directions, looking and calling, didn't find them. Could not make sense of it. Day went on. I kept going out there. I was trying to figure out some way. And I had planned on this weekend moving one of my trail cams to where I just rotated them. I do that, and I had not. So I did not have a trail cam on that particular area. And as the day went, obviously, I kept going out there and digging around, and then there was all this straw, but nothing looked disturbed. Like I said, this is an area that they have not been, so there was a lot of straw. Everything was overgrown, and I do that, and then I rotate them. I saw a little yellow chicken foot sticking up in some straw, and I thought, this is so bizarre, because there was no blood in the cage. There was no blood trail into the woods anywhere that something had gotten in there had taken off. There was just that one dead turkey and some feathers. And got to digging and moving all this overgrowth area around. Something had killed my entire flock. I've never, in all my years, in any place I've been, I've never had that happen. Killed the entire flock and buried it. I did not know it was over there buried, because it wasn't like fresh dirt. It's all this overgrowth. So, we're setting up, trying to figure out what we're going to do, what we're going to catch. That afternoon, my youngest comes running up, actually in my den area where I'm at now. Mama, there is a fox in the pen right now. And a red fox had jumped in there, was digging up its kills, grabbed one, and took off. Well, now I'm mad. My sadness turned to anger. I was furious. I had lost my entire flock, which also set me back 6 to 8 months. I have no egg production. That's a problem. The problem what's going on is a problem for our lifestyle and everything else. And you may hear I have 15 new babies inside over here, the brooder box. I have to keep going forward. So I'm starting over in that. So that yesterday was just a day for me. I was upset most of the day, and it was just a mess. And of course, everything that's going on with poultry, how much that stung even more for me, and which is something I had planned on talking about some of the things today in 2 articles I'm going to attach. But that is homesteading. That is prepping in general. There is going to be setbacks. I have known this personally. I've never had a flock. I've had like 1 or 2 my free range birds over time. Sometimes they would get picked off by hawks or owls. I would have snakes get in and get my eggs. Maybe a raccoon once or twice. I mean, I really have everything secure, and I've never had this happen. It was absolutely devastating to me. I'm still so upset about it, and I'm behind in our production for our food. I mean, that's just how we live. And I just, with the stuff I'm going to bring today, but that is life. I've known people who have lost tremendous amount of things, whether it's prepping stuff, their homestead, their livestock, to fire, to flood, and all of a sudden in a snap, something's gone. There's a big setback, and that happens. And I have to, and if it happens to you, has happened to you, you have to keep moving forward. I can't just, I was really upset yesterday, but immediately I had to run to make sure I found some new birds. I have to get that going because I have 6 to 8 months before I start getting eggs again, and I did not have time to wait. So that's where I am. That's what's been going on. I had planned on doing a video yesterday on some of this, and it just wasn't the day. So I have 2 articles again on the food stuff that's not new. But some of it, when you read it and you get numbers, things are even more reality, and why I push for these things. Why something like this, it's devastating anyways, but this is a tough blow for myself, my family. This is a hard one we're having to deal with right now. But moving forward, I want to give you some reports. Wrote down my notes. So even on the Bloomberg report thing, this is May's report that came out on the bird flu. I'm gonna get me started on this. I mean, this is the wrong time of day for me to give this. I'm so upset. But it says they have lost 37 million birds, chickens, and turkeys, with more deaths expected through June as farmers perform mass cullings. They will have to do this under the guidance of the federal government. Okay, I'm going to leave that alone. Farms must destroy entire commercial flocks, even if one bird tests positive. Their PCR test? Don't get me started. Not today. Today's not the day. And I'm going to attach that. There's more details in there. But, okay, if it's not the bird flu, and y'all know my take on, again, this is an attack. There's been the bird flu, and animals get sick of every sort since there's ever been any of these commercial things or backyard birds or anything else. That is life. People get sick. So this that they're doing is the fear mongering, not us saying the reality of what they're doing in their game. So if it's not that, then it's their arson they're performing, and nobody's going to tell me different on what's going on with that. These aren't a coincidence. No. Moving on. This is from the Defender, Children's Health Defense. I follow them closely. Anyone that knows me even a little bit, my feeling and take and history on that whole scenario knows my feeling about everything that they kind of represent and stand for, and they call out and fight against. So this, and I'll attach both of these. It's the coming ever possible. They're coming at us every angle possible. I talk about that all the time. I always say, they're overloading us. They're hitting us from all angles, and you just like, I can't even turn without being overloaded and bombarded with something. They're exactly doing that. That is, that's part of their strategy for their game plan. They do that. And they want to eliminate, they 100% want to eliminate any kind of traditional farming, any kind of traditional food production, whether it's in mass scales like, these commercial farms, or us taking care of ourselves. That's under attack. 100% that is under attack. And anyone that thinks it's not, you need a reality check real quick. So, they want to do that. They want to replace everything with lab foods, lab grown meat, bugs, you name it, but because most of even the food manufacturers we see and we have in the stores, everything else, they're all owned by BlackRock and Vanguard. They all come back somewhere. They're all owned by those two. And the FDA and the USDA, they've already given the full approval for all this, everything's lab meat and lab foods, and take everything else that's traditional away, because what do they do? You control the food, you control the people. Let me just throw in, let's just disarm them too. Anyways, that's again all their strategies. This all connects together. You cannot look at anything like separate these are separate issues going on. No, they're all connected. This is just the different, moves they do. So anyways, their whole plan, and we've been saying this isn't new. I'm bringing light to things that I want, and it makes a difference when you read articles yourself. I will attach, all of this is their plan to switch everyone to a digital ID and your social credit score. You don't have that. You don't meet this. Oh, your score's low. Well, you can't have this food. You can't do this. It's complete control. You control the food. You control the people. It's always like that. And, if all this farming and everything's so bad, Gates himself, the last number I have heard or found myself is he owns 242,000 acres of farmland. Why does he own all that if we're not going to be doing farming? Because he's going to, I guess, do his lab. He takes control, and you're not allowed to have it. And so many farmers, no matter what their production is, whether it's crops, whether it's livestock, they're making more money. They're paying them more to destroy their crops or destroy their flocks than they would get if they sold them out. And that's just the way they're controlling it. And people are desperate. I mean, I don't know. I think that's selling your soul to the devil to do stuff like that. But that's me. I would stand firm no matter how much more they offered me. But this is just stuff. I'm going to attach these, and how this attaches so much of what happened to my homestead yesterday, which was devastating, and why I push to make sure you're prepared. If you can have birds, get birds. Do your gardens, do your canning, stack food, all of that. I hope everyone is having a great start of your weekend. Keep on prepping. Keep on seeing the truth of everything that's going on, not how they present it. And everyone stay well. God bless, and I will see you next time.